Hello, doing this video for Tenkara Angler. If you don't follow those guys, you should. They recently posted on Facebook your 3 flies and why. And for me, it was one pattern, 3 flies. I'm going to tie 2. The third one is just a heavier version of either one of these. And this is basically a herl body with the Grizzly Hackle. And I'm going to do purple thread. You can pick whatever color you want. I'm going to do 2 ways of tying in the herl. This is 2 strands of herl. I've fluffed them, stroke them back. I always recommend doing that when using Peacock herl. So I'm just going to tie it on, tie it back. I tied it on the standard way. I'm going to lay it down on the thread and twist like you were dubbing, and just it kind of spirals around the thread, and then you wrap that up, and that reinforces the herl. This way, and you will catch fish. If a fish's tooth picks at it, then just a little bit's going to come undone. The whole thing won't unravel for you, and just tie it off there and cut it off. This first fly pattern I'm going to tie is with soft tackle. So this is just a grizzly hen feather here. I stroke the fibers back, cut the tip off to make a little bit of a triangle for a tie-in point. Just tying it in on there. I'm going to use some hackle pliers here. This is sped up, and then you just double it by stroking the fibers back and wrap around this. You can again, there's a lot of variation here as well. You can do as many wraps as you want, make it thicker. You can make the hackle longer, shorter, different size hooks, different color thread. There's all kinds of ways to vary this basic pattern. This is in basically a gray hackle. The gray hackles I see sometimes has red hackle fibers as a tail, sometimes not, sometimes wire spiral. I'm not sure what the original fly was, but it's just a standard Peacock herl and soft tackle pattern, and Grizzly's a great one to use. Just rip it off and you're done. Head cement if you want, or not. And now we're going to do the next one. Same color. This would be fly number 2. And again, herl body. But I'm going to use Grizzly stiff hackle. Now I'm going to tie in the Peacock herl using a different technique where you slide it up onto the top, trapped under the thread, pull back, and wrap back. Just 2 different ways. Whatever floats your boat. This is just 2 different techniques to tie it in. And so, so I ripped one of the herls off. So now I'm going to tie it back on standard. Again, you don't have to worry about this because the herl's going to cover all this up. So I'm tying forward, tying back to the point where the 2 meet. Now this way I tie in the herl, I'm wrapping ahead of the thread, leaving the thread there at the back. Again, the herl is fluffed. So I'm wrapping forward to the point where I'm going to tie in the hackle, and then I'm going to wrap back to the waiting thread, catch it. This is the way I actually do it all the time. Catch it, and then I'm just going to spiral my thread up through the herl. Rather than doing that dubbing, twisting, wrapping forward, I do it this way. I feel like I can control how fat I want the body. And then this is Grizzly Hackle. This is actually undersized. This would be like, I think the hook is a 12, and this would be like a 14 size hackle. Sometimes I like to do that. Just makes it, I think it makes it sink a little bit better. And this could be fish wet. It could also be fish dry, so just trapping it in there. And again, as many wraps as you want, as many sizes as you want. I use my whip finisher as a half-hitch tool on one side. I just use that to push the fibers back, do a couple of wraps there in the front, whip finish, and you're done. And then the third pattern, my third pattern would be, again, Grizzly soft or cock hackle, herl body, but then I would either have a bead, or bead and lead wraps, or just lead wraps. Basically make it heavier to get deep. And that's really all you need. Those 3 patterns will cover you. You could fish this one dry with a lighter hook, or not. So that's the scoop. Thank you. Take care. Bye.